searching for you. I'm still searching for you. From dirt to the sky, I'm still searching for you.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
You disgust me.
Who gives a shit?
Go on.
I made it the fuck up. I'm it. I'm it. I'm it. I'm it. And it is glorious! And I run.
I'm sorry. I couldn't resist.
Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land, and Caster.
Hello. What's up?
I should not have gone looking because
Is
I
it
found
porn?
something. No, it's worse. It's miniatures.
We're starting off the right way.
So apparently there is a huge lot of 62 Fist of the North Star miniatures.
Where is this at?
I found it on eBay, and it's just pretty much every single character that I really like is in this lot, but it's $300. And I'm just racking my brain how I am going to get this.
Well, why don't we take a look at that after we do this show?
Okay. Because I mean they're used, but still, I mean, dang. It's every single...
Someone woke up today and
What? You buzzed out. What were you saying?
someone woke up today and said, "Why, yes, I want all of T-shirt's money."
They did. And I mean, it's all of them, man. I mean, there's Toki, there's Kenshido, there's Yuda, there's Sauder, there's Gao, there's Rei, there's Toki, there's they even have Juza and some of these other guys. I mean, it's just I mean, and they're miniatures with clear bases, so they'd be perfect for playing a role-playing game. Especially if we decided to run something like Lone Wolf Fists again or something like that and play in person. It'd be perfect.
So how many of the JoJos are there?
There's no JoJos in this. I haven't gone looking for those. I bet they exist if I really wanted to find it, but I'm not a JoJo fan. I'm a Fist of the North Star fan, which JoJo copied Fist.
There was an RPG I picked up on drive-thru a while back that was sort of a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure RPG.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember it just being nothing too special, and I think I might have just chucked it.
Huh. Why would you do that?
Because I've sort of come to accept that it's okay for me to throw away my things that I may not necessarily want.
That is the beginning of wisdom, my friend. That is the beginning of wisdom.
You wouldn't believe the amount of comics I've started to just pitch.
Angry Piper, they are not 3D printed. They are, I think they're part of like Gashapon figures or something. They are pre-painted, but I think they're like mass-produced at a factory, and they were most likely some kind of like a little thing where, you would buy a pack and you didn't know what you would get in them, because apparently some of these figures are rare. But either way.
Well, you'll also see like the little Coke bottle top figures.
These aren't those.
Well, in addition, there are those as well.
Yeah. But either way, man, and now that I've gone looking for them, of course, I'm seeing several different listings for several different types and different varying prices. So I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to find a set that won't break my budget. But yeah, it's kind of like, gotta have them. It's my two biggest addictions: miniatures and Fist of the North Star. So
Fist of the North Star.
Yeah, Fist of the North Star.
Maybe once I get through another 800 episodes of One Piece.
You could get through an entire the entire run of Fist of the North Star a lot faster, And it's already over, so it's not like you're, going to be missing out on anything.
Well, yeah, but I've also got to watch One Piece for other streams.
Dude, you're never going to get done watching One Piece. That is a hopeless task. Hopeless.
But anyway, guys, welcome to Tuesday with Geek.
Yes, welcome to Tuesday with Geeks. Speaking of miniatures, this one is not assembled yet, but I figured I'd show off one of my latest acquisitions. This is from Kingdom Death Monster, and I mean, obviously this is just the box, but this is the Summer Goth Twilight Knight. So she comes with a big figure that you can put together, and then a smaller figure that you can use on the board. And I haven't assembled her yet. I literally just got her. But real nice bit of plastic. And she came with some game material stuff too, so I can drop it into Kingdom Death Monster and add that to it. But she is sexy, as all Kingdom Death Monster pieces tend to be, male or female. Which is something I like, the fact that Kingdom Death Monster makes their male figures sexy too, so the women can enjoy them, the men can enjoy them, everybody can enjoy them.
Nobody wants to see a flabby, out of shape guy be the big hero.
No, definitely not. Although I do, one of my Gambler's Chest characters is a big overweight dude, which is like the only one I've ever seen from Kingdom Death Monster. But with it was part of a big giant collection, so that happens. But yeah, that's what I love about Kingdom Death. It's like you have beautiful babes, hot dudes, and really horrifying monsters, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, I will patronize you guys all day long, as long as my money holds out. Speaking of money, let's see. Disney has decided that they are hemorrhaging enough money on Star Wars and have canceled the second season of The Acolyte. Yeah, there is a God.
Turns out that even Disney can suffer just a little too much.
Well, I'm not going to. I'm going to speculate, but I don't know the real reason why they're deciding not to continue. Obviously, the fans of the show were really, really into looking at Manny Jacinto's naked body. So, yeah. But, the opinion on the show was that it was extremely divisive of the fan base. The ratings on it dropped off to make it like the worst show in the Star Wars series. And it did something that Star Wars should never do, which is take the side of the dark side and uphold it as the correct choice for somebody to make.
That's just that the thing is, that's been one of the biggest, sympathetic things I've gotten so sick of, because I've had coworkers, friends, etc., who just were the biggest Darksider simps. I mean, they're the guys who would also like go in any villain faction. That's them. 100%. They can do no wrong. And like, yeah, it's fun to play with, but like, come on, no, you're
wrong.
Yeah,
because yeah, if there was actual dark side force users wandering around the world, people would hate them and fear them. They would be terrified of them. They would not want to be around them.
But that's why then that goes into then I basically say something along those lines, and it's the only response you get back is, well, that just means they're powerful. They're feared. It's better to be feared than loved.
Yeah. They say stupid things like that, and then they get into an actual physical confrontation with somebody and they wilt, or they run, or they freeze. And that's the thing. People who have never actually gotten into a physical confrontation with somebody else are sure really quick to talk about what they would do and all this other stuff. And I'm kind of like, let me tell you what, as a guy who has gotten in his fair share of fights, both in the dojo and outside of the dojo, I mean, and I'm talking like a few life and death situations. And I'm not trying to paint myself as some kind of tough guy. I'm just an ordinary person. But I've had the shit kicked out of me more than once, and it doesn't feel good. I've had to get into plenty of restraint situations where things got dangerous, where I was risking life and limb, and it never feels good. you do get a little bit of an adrenaline high from it, but as soon as you come down from it, you kind of start realizing like, hey, this is kind of terrifying. I could have been seriously injured. I could have been seriously hurt, and as it is, I would walk away with my fair share of lumps and bruises and scratches and everything else. And, and I'm very lucky, but until you get into these physical situations where people are about to hurt you, it's like, you can talk all the crap you want to.
Well, I suppose we should probably just wrap it with saying this. We've given it more time. We've given the show more time in this little brief talk here than the show rightfully deserved, because there was nothing of value. This was one of the biggest waste, and the only people making money off of it in the end was YouTubers. Your Nerdrotics. Like, they're the ones who are making bank on this, and frack industry where, how these shows are able to persist.
Yeah. I don't know how well the toys are selling.
No.
But,
no.
I'd imagine they're not selling really great, or, if they are, that's a surprise. But, actually what surprised me is that there's like a bin of, unbought like young Jedi figures and stuff like that, because the kids didn't watch the show, and I'm kind of like, well, young Jedi actually looked kind of fun. But no, I hate to say it, but I think Star Wars has kind of like petered itself out.
Right. Well, the thing you got to remember is they've tried to turn Star Wars into a lifestyle brand. They've moved past making it about shows for entertaining audiences, and as a result, it's basically not become cool, because no little kid wants
what
with the kid friendly like stuff. They want to go play with what the older kids are playing with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's why that Young Jedi Adventures is gonna, maybe like 5-year-olds are gonna like it. That's the age range for that. But then quickly they're gonna look around and say, well, no, this is lame.
I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know that there's a way back for Star Wars. Maybe if they put it on hiatus for about 15 years, fire everybody who's currently writing on it, get some people in there who actually love the IP and know it and want to write about it and tell the stories. Maybe they can bring it back in a way. I mean, Andor was good from all accounts, but, we took a character who we already know what happened to him, because he died in Rogue One, just like everybody else. And they had good characters in Rogue One. I mean, what is it? Chittar? What's his name? The blind
Chirrut?
fellow? Yeah, Chirrut and his friend were really cool characters. I mean, I got upset when Chirrut died, because it's like he was a neat character, and I would have loved it if Disney had taken him on for, a series. I mean, yes, we know how Chirrut Imwe's story ends, but it would have been neat to see how he got there and how he revered the Force, even though he was not a Force user. That movie was so good, and it was kind of like the last bastion of good Star Wars that we're really going to get. And it wasn't even perfect. It still had problems, but I don't know, man. Marvel is still trying, but I don't know how much hope they really have either, because it's like, yeah, Wolverine and Deadpool showed them the right direction to go, but unfortunately they're committed to all these projects that are gonna fail, because the Captain America movie is not gonna make its money back. There's no way it can. It's been through too many reshoots. They've had too many changes. It can never make its money back. It would have to explode across the box offices and be, a $2 billion, $3 billion film, and it just doesn't look good enough to do that, even with Harrison Ford.
But then even on top of that, you have just the sheer amount of reshoots they've had to do with it.
Mhm.
And I mean, frankly, look, Steve Rogers is Captain America. They've got
Yeah.
someone else standing in for the role, and they just cannot get ahead of themselves. They got to chase this messaging.
Nope. Even Bucky would have been a better choice. It's not
And-
that I have anything against Sam. It's just that Sam is the Falcon.
Well, not only that, if you go back and rewatch like Captain America's 1, 2, and 3, there's a narrative arc there that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, Bucky was Steve's last friend from
Yep.
the old times. Not only that, we saw him fighting with the shield, catching the shield. He's able to fight with it. We've seen that progression there. Because he's able to bounce that shield off of Iron Man just like it's nothing. Then you also take into consideration the fact that for the last 70 years, he's had this identity of the Winter Soldier that's been out killing people. No, that he needs a new name, and what better way to sort of redeem himself and make up for the actions of his past than by going on and trying to live up to this legacy that his best friend had for him.
Yeah, a redemption arc would have. I mean, it was just tailor made for really good cinema, and they just bypassed all of that just to hand it over to the DEI person, and that's just I don't get it. It's like somebody handing you $1 million and telling you, okay, if you take this $1 million and you invest all of it in this one particular corporation, it's never going to fail. You're not going to make nothing but money, and you will be utterly successful. And then that person turning around and buying all these damn scratch-off tickets. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just dumb. And what else have they got? It's Agatha. Ain't nobody going to watch that.
The only reason why they think the Agatha series is going to work is because people on TikTok like the song. That's literally all they're doing. They're chasing TikTok trends. The thing is, that's not even an exaggeration. This is the stuff this is an audience they think they can cater to, and they seem to like musicals. That's why you keep seeing those pop up in the various Disney properties. I mean, yes, Disney was always largely musical centric because with a lot of their classic cartoons, but you look at the modern stuff, and that's where they're trying to go with a lot of them.
They're somehow trying to preserve the old Disney magic, and I'm kind of like, you can't have it both ways. Either you're going to cater to the kids, and you're going to pull the kids in, and the parents will be satisfied with that and let the kids enjoy it, or you're going to cater to the adults, and the adults are going to be the ones watching it, and the kids aren't going to be too interested in it. You can't have it both ways. I'm personally, I was enthused to hear that they were working on a Tron 3, but now I'm a little bit concerned, And if you notice, everything else coming out of Disney is a threequel, prequel, whatever. I mean, it's like, what have they got? What is it? The Unmentionables 3 or whatever it is, the Impossibles 3. They got Minions 5. They got what is it? Not Ice Age, but Frozen 3 or 4 or whatever we're up to now. They got Toy Story 5, and man, it's all just like sequel, and I'm just kind of like.
So the thing is, they're trying to leverage what already worked, and from one standpoint, there is a good logic to that. But then you look at what they're doing with like the parks, and it is just being resoundingly mocked and belittled. Like they're talking about tearing down like the Frontierland to make it a Cars theme park.
Oh,
and because Cars is about one of the few properties they have left that really speaks to boys. And trust me, like as having seen it with my nephew, like Cars is a guaranteed success. I mean, that's sort of an obvious one.
It is. I mean, I've seen 2 of the Cars movies, and I enjoyed them. Which doesn't surprise me. They'll probably go for a Cars 4 before too long, I should say. But I don't know, man. At this point, I almost wish Disney would fail, but Apparently, they're too big to fail because it doesn't seem to matter how many bad shots they take. They always seem to get another one back in the end. I mean, like I said, Wolverine and Deadpool pulled them out of a nosedive. Inside Out 2 ended up being a good film. So I don't know how much more magic they've got in the Magic Kingdom, but they're going to need all of it.
It does seem that there is an attempt being made, but the problem is it is such a big company, and you have so many little nooks and crannies where a lot of the activists can be kind of dug in deep at, that they are not getting shaken out.
Yeah, and part of the problem too is the fact that they are so overcommitted to so many movies already and so many properties that it's kind of like they're at the point now where it's kind of like, well, it's too late. We can't really shut this one down yet, so we just got to run with it, Now, hopefully, the Doctor Doom Downey is going to be good. I mean, I'm certainly interested. I mean, not just because I'm a Robert Downey Jr. fan, which I am, but I want to see how they're going to handle Doctor Doom. Because we've seen several iterations of Doctor Doom already, and each one was okay, but I don't even think Downey's Doom is going to be the best Doom. The best Doom would have been somebody with an accent, who could act behind a mask and be menacing and physical and everything else like Doctor Doom. Somebody you believe could be a mastermind. And I just don't know. I mean, Downey is he's a good actor. I mean, but I don't know, man.
Doctor Doom is a character that needs to be over the top. He is the biggest and baddest villain that Marvel has. He is bigger than Galactus. He is bigger than Thanos. He's a character they have to get right, and he's someone who has to be allowed to I don't want to say ham it up, but has to be so much bigger than life. He's a character who will knock down a wall to enter because using the doors for peasants.
Yeah.
He's someone who finds being a god beneath him. He is so much larger than life, and because he is Doom, you believe that. And I really can't think of too many people who would have done it right. And unfortunately, like now with our late dear friend Clobber and Time's gone, he would have been able to pick out the right person for it, because that's the person who really needed basically to give the seal of approval.
Yeah. Now they said that they were going to have Mads Mikkelsen. They were in talks with him to be Doctor Doom, and then they shut him down in favor of going the Downey route, which I don't know. A Mikkelsen Doom would have been interesting, but I don't necessarily know that even he could pull it off. It's not that he's not a good actor. It's just I've always found Mads Mikkelsen's performances to be very kind of subtle. I mean, he's menacing, but he isn't over the top. You know what I mean? He's really low key, really subtle, menacing. I don't know. I think he should be in the Marvel universe, but maybe not as Doom. Well, yeah, Piper's right. Piper's right on this one. Look at this. Yeah. They need to be able to act with a voice modulator. Yeah, because Carl Urban was great as Dredd because he didn't take his helmet off. Doom shouldn't sound like RDJ. No, he shouldn't.
The biggest mistake that Marvel has made, that Disney has made, is that they've married these characters to the actors.
Yes.
Frank, there's no reason why we shouldn't still be having Iron Man movies. Like, do what they did with Batman. Do what they did with Spider-Man. You recast. It's okay. Like, eventually, you're going to want to keep going with these characters because, look, they turned Iron Man into a billion-dollar character.
Mm-hmm.
And frankly, they need the money. They should be pumping out more Iron Man movies. Little kids want Iron Man suits. They want the gauntlets to be able to shoot out little Nerf guns. They want to be able to have the helmet with the glow up lights and have a little chest repulsor arc reactor. Like, kids want these toys. They want to, they've become so used to having these big name actors, and frankly, that is a problem in and of itself. Is RDJ great as Iron Man? Absolutely. There's no dispute about that. But he's also like $800 million to come back to do these movies.
Yeah.
And frankly, they need to recast it, and they need to be smart, bring in some new talent to kind of to bring up, and then you
blacked out again.
Oh shoot, sorry, I don't know what's going on with that.
I don't know. Your microphone keeps cutting out. And we got a Jace. Hey, Jace.
Hey, what up, guys? How you
Hey,
guys
nice
doing?
to see you, bud. We're doing good. Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. You know, nobody wants to see the MCU make a comeback and be great again more than me, because I want to go back to watching MCU movies in the theater. I want to go back to enjoying looking forward to a new MCU movie. And I really hope that they could pull it out and turn it around. I really hope so. Nobody hopes so more than me. I promise. I mean,
I think there's a lot of people who says that.
yeah. I mean, we don't, we don't get upset about Marvel movies because we hate them. We get upset because we love Marvel movies and we hate the direction they've gone and what they've done with the characters.
For me, I never cared much about the MCU overall, but they were still better back in the day, and I wish they would go back to that, because that's what people wanted. That's what people love, the good old stuff that they did there. So that's understandable.
I picked this one up. I picked this up not too long ago. I do not know how authentic these are. You know what I mean? I really don't know. I don't want to speculate, but this is my insurance that if it ever comes off of Netflix, I still have it.
They're totally legit. Source, trust me.
I'm sure it is. I mean, hey, it was in a sealed package. So far, the discs look great.
Of some of the Netflix stuff, like Daredevil and Punisher and stuff, that I think they came to Blu-ray, if I don't remember wrong.
Yeah, they did start to bring some of those out.
Yeah. Well, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I remember it. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. never seemed to release in the United States past the first season, and that's kind of like that pissed me off, because I really liked Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think that's one of the best things in the MCU. I like that more than the movies, because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they had everything that I love, most of it, and I thought there was a great TV series, and it's a series I've been rewatching a lot. But I'm gonna get everything on Blu-ray or DVD, depends what I find. It doesn't really matter, but I like Blu-rays better. But
oh yeah, and I bought the Daredevil Blu-rays a long time ago because
but Netflix, a lot of Netflix Marvel was pretty good, and Iron Fist wasn't the best, but I still enjoyed it. It wasn't the best, but I still enjoyed it. I think it was better than 90% of the MCU in general. So,
well, maybe the current MCU. I mean, like, yeah.
No, it was better than Civil War, Winter Soldier.
No, no.
That's my opinion. That's my. For me, it was, because I don't care about those movies so much, because I think they effing suck. But that's
you're in a very small minority there, my man. But
and I couldn't give two F's about it. They can suck my sweaty balls.
So,
but I would definitely say Iron Man or Iron Fist is better than Eternals, easily.
That's a low bar.
It is a low bar, but I mean, it is. Is it better than?
It sucks because we only got like about 30 seconds of actual Iron Fist in it. He was not Danny Rand.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's about right. I mean, that was just not well done overall. The second season was better, but still.
Yeah, the second season was a lot better, and I hate that it ended on a cliffhanger. That's the worst, when they end up in cliffhangers.
Yeah. Well, that was about the time when Disney decided, hey, we're taking all our IPs back.
Give me a second here. My headset died, of course.
Sorry.
So I speaking of second seasons,
Uh-huh.
there is one show that got a little bit of news today. I was wanting to share with you guys.
I'm guessing it involves Luffy.
There we go. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Yep, I hear you.
It
Hello, hello.
does.
Yeah,
Monkey
I
D.
can hear you guys.
Luffy. We can hear you, Jace.
Yeah, I can hear you guys too.
Okay.
So
Yeah, Agent
So, yes.
Coster was good too. Agent Coster was good.
we got an update about season 2.
Mhm.
The live action One Piece is currently in production with filming well underway.
Oh,
and
good.
Saw some
The
casting
sto-
stuff today. So
so far we now know roughly what we're going to cover with this, and much to my surprise, we're not going straight to the Alabasta arc, which is after all these. We're basically stopping just before it, and that's sort of the next big story. That's the next big storyline that a lot of what this will be having here is going to build up. So it'll be Reverse Mountain, Whiskey Peak, Little Garden, and Drum Island. So we have 4 islands to visit. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, honestly, none of those names mean anything to me because I haven't read any of the One Piece or watched any of
same
the
here.
anime.
I unfortunately have not read it yet. I am gonna do it at some point, and I am gonna watch the anime at some point. I have just watched a couple of episodes and some movies, but I am gonna watch everything. I'm just gonna watch the versions without fillers because I just don't want to watch so much fillers. I know they have a lot of fillers.
Well,
Well,
I am.
really
I
not
do like
as-
the anime. I do like the live action. Though.
Yeah, the live action was one of the best adaptations.
Yeah, it was good.
Great. It got me excited for, it made me like One Piece, and I was not a big One Piece person and didn't care about One Piece before I watched the live action.
Same. I didn't care about One Piece until I watched the live action. But what were you saying, Ironcaster?
Well, I'm trying to remember. That's one of the great things I found with this. This has been one of the best handled adaptations. Like Clobber Times had even admitted to that much as well himself, and he doesn't like One Piece.
Didn't.
No, like his son had tried for years and years to get him to watch it, but eventually he relented and saw how well that the showrunners and Netflix had worked to appease Oda in this. And as he's saying here, just as with last season, they've gone out of the way to promise that they will not put out the show until I'm satisfied. It's not in the contract, but it's a verbal pledge. And typically speaking, we've had a lot of reason to be very hesitant when we hear, when it comes to these adaptations and pleasing the.
That's why I say if it's Japan, I'm not too worried. But like when it's not Japan, that's when I'm more worried.
Yeah, and you have a right to be.
Yeah, because Japan normally they care more about the source than Netflix and other companies.
The only thing.
You cut out
You
again,
broke
bud.
Oh, geez. This was the same people that had done the Cowboy Bebop adaptation, so they immediately went from that to doing One Piece. But over the next few days, we're going to be finding out more about a lot of the casting for this, so there's more news to come.
Some of their casting was released. I saw. I have no clue much of the names, but who they really are. But I know there was some casting stuff that was released with certain characters. I'm not too familiar with the characters either yet because I haven't delved into the manga and anime yet.
Well, we'll get to see it.
Yeah.
We have a lot of game news. A lot of game news. A lot of games. A lot of games.
One thing I just real quick, I want to show you this as well, and then we'll get into our other fun stuff. But I did just get something I did just get access to something that I think we're going to talk about a bit more in the near future.
Oh, more G.I. Joe?
Yes.
Hey, nice.
Okay.
So we're finally getting ninjas.
Oh, nice. Well, the trick here is finding somebody to run it. Grim ran a one shot, but will he run a 2-shot, a 3-shot, or a campaign? I'm trying to get Grim to run more campaigns because, one, I think they're actually kind of more fun. You get more invested in the characters and the storyline when it's a campaign, and two, it's just easier to work with. I mean, staying with the same system for a while helps get used to it and work out all the kinks.
So just to give you a little taste, we've got the Arashikage, the Dragnosks, and the October
Guard. Yeah. I know all of those guys. Very cool, man. Well, I have something on the way, but I don't want to show off the PDF too much because I don't want to give it away. I want to save it for the unboxing, but I will talk about it. I picked up the Thrice fantasy tabletop game, which has elements of OSR based stuff. I mean, it's got the 6 stats, but it uses a full-on skill system. It has it has a mana system, and it has some more defenses and stuff. It has a lot of things to it that I like just from looking at the PDF, but I want to get the physical copy in my hands. And the other thing is, it has a ton of races in it that you can pick to start with. So that's interesting. It also has disciplines, which I think are code for classes. So I'm curious to see what their take is on it. They did say that if you are, if you're used to playing regular, OSR type games, you'll be good with this. And then one of the big things that is different about this from ordinary OSR stuff is I believe it is all either dice pool or uses a lot of D6s. I don't think it uses any D20s or anything. So in that, it's different. So I am looking forward to it arriving here in my hot little hands. So A, I can unbox it, and B, I can read it for myself.
I've more people into gaming, so it's been a fun little attempt to get more people to kind of jump over.
Hey, Dennis. Yeah, and of course I'm still big on the on Fabula Ultima. I still want to play more of that. I still think it's probably going to be my go-to system after I get it play tested a little bit more and we get more books in, because I really like the classless system, and I like the JRPG styling and the cooperative role playing.
Well, also the amount of creativity I've seen out of the third party market or the fans. People have been going and making all sorts of classes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And the creator himself is always releasing new stuff for free. So that's I think that's going to be a system. I don't know why it hasn't become more popular, even though it's won a couple of Ennies. I never hear anybody talking about it. I don't see it being played on YouTube or anything or anywhere else. So I don't know why. But Ironhead apparently went crazy at Palladium and picked up Heroes Unlimited and Ninjas and Super Spies and TMNT and Vampire Kingdoms and Rift and all this other stuff. Dude, did you just buy one of those big old grab bags from Kevin Sembieta? It sounds like it. But I've had all those books in the past. I haven't seen the latest ones, but I have old ones sitting in my closet and stuff. Neat stuff. As far as superhero systems go, though, I'm still really excited to one day play Ascendant, because I think that one's going to be mind-boggling. Although I really, really, really want to try to get Macrease himself to run Ascendant for us someday. I'm going to try to talk him into it someday. If I can make it happen, I will. But yeah, if we can. But anyway, So yeah, we have a lot of gaming news. As you may or may not know, Black Myth Wukong released yesterday.
Yes, it did.
And it broke a bunch of Steam records. There were over 2 million players concurrently playing it today, which makes it.
Yes, I saw a lot of people on Twitch were playing it.
It's blown Cyberpunk. It's blown everything else out of the water as far as the number of concurrent players. I think it's number 2. I don't remember what number 1 is, but number 2 is Black Myth Wukong. And one of my friends retroactively bought a copy of it for me yesterday, and I actually got to play. I actually got to play it this morning, and wow, it's really good. It is. It's like Dark Souls or Elden Ring, but it doesn't feel as difficult. Your character feels really powerful, and the opening fight scene is just incredible. I actually have the first 13 minutes, and I don't want to play the whole thing because it's really long, and 13 minutes of just watching this is too much, but get to the actual fight scene.
我只拔下你额头上那颗眼睛尝尝鲜，其他2颗先给你留着，我让你亲眼看看我是怎么杀光天庭每一条狗的。这里的，上面的，还有刚刚那条黑的。
I'm looking forward to facing all these huge
一
enemies.
起上吧！
老天一再给你机会，你这般不识抬举。
Yeah, you get all these special powers because Sun Wukong can make the clones. He can freeze people. He can do Stone Monkey. You have light and heavy attacks. You can drink medicinal ale from your gourd to heal back, just like a Dark Souls style game. You don't have parries, but you have really, really good dodges. And if your timing on your dodge is perfect, it will freeze an opponent in place for a moment.
Oh, Dennis. That's a good one.
Yeah, this is the very first battle you play in the game. Like literally, it's like you go like 5 or 6 minutes in, you watch the cinemas, and you're right. This is your first fight. The clones! I love the clone attack. You eventually can get the cloud to fly around on.
驼猴，你受了天禄，本性未改，今日谁也救不了。
It does have a armor system that you can customize and get new armor that does different effects. Same with
给让
weapons.
老孙挠个痒。
And I tell you, one of the other things that really impressed me is every single opponent that you face no matter how big, no matter how small, gets like an encyclopedia entry with all of their history, their mythology, their legend, and everything else, along with a Chinese scroll depiction of them. Because in the beginning of the game, a lot of your opponents are Yao Guai, like Wolf Yao Guai and other things. I'm so impressed at the depth of complexity and the love and the care that they took with this game. It's just amazing.
小外甥，这就是你说的单挑。天上阳光扎眼的很，有种再和你舅舅去山里会会。
Yeah, I'll stop there. But yeah, it's amazing. And apparently, Sun Wukong can turn into 72 different animals.
Okay.
So I'm just
Their gameplay looked fine.
Yeah, it's amazing. And this is just, like I said, that's just the beginning. The actual, when you actually get down to the exploring and everything else like that, your character is weakened because you play the destined one, because Sun Wukong himself is trapped in stone. So you have to play another monkey character who looks exactly like him, who is the destined one, who his job is to gather up the 6 pieces of Sun Wukong's powers and stuff like that, reunite them, and then bring Sun Wukong back. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I fought my first boss fight this morning. I had a really lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I'm happy for you, man.
Yeah, and and I am a Dark Souls guy, and I am an Elden Ring guy. So I will say that this game doesn't feel as difficult as those. It feels a lot more forgiving. If I have to say where it is, I would say it is a very nice cross between Elden Ring and Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay, well, that's a good comparison.
Yeah. It's absolutely worth your money. It's going to be a really long game. It's going to be a really deep game. And like I said, there's 2 million people playing it at the same time. So there's going to be lots of guides. There's lots of people playing it on YouTube right now. Matter of fact, while we were watching that, I got a notification that Mauler is playing it right now. So I like Mauler. He's cool. But I don't want to watch him play it. I want to play it myself. Which I'll probably do when we end the stream. But
I never watch people play games that I want to play. I never do.
I do on occasion, especially if it's a game I'm interested in.
Yeah, no, not for me. I want to go in with not knowing basically anything. I just want to see, a trailer with some gameplay or just a little story and just see what it is about, and then get it and then try it out myself and get the experience myself.
Okay, well that's fair. And I didn't spoil anything with Wukong, because believe me, when you get to the actual,
I'm not gonna buy it.
You're not gonna buy it? Why?
No, because I'm not interested. It looks like a fun gameplay and all, but I'm not interested.
And The thing that's really surprising is the company that made it is largely been a mobile developer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not a AAA game studio or anything else, and against all odds, with DEI trying to bully them and game journos trying to bully them and anything else, the company's called Game Science, and they stuck to their guns, and they didn't bend to any of the woke tropes at all. I mean, they kept it very historically Chinese.
That's good. That they
Yeah.
are keeping it to that and not not falling into the trap of pulling the agenda and stuff like that.
Right. And I love them for that. I would gladly promote a game company that will stick to its guns to tell a great story that's not, infiltrated with.
That's what we always
politics.
ask for. It's a story that we can enjoy, a fun gameplay. That's all we can ask. That's all we ask for, man.
Mm-hmm. And with a couple of more notes of positivity, like I said, we have a lot of game stuff came out. So we got our Silent Hill 2 story trailer, which has caused a little bit of divisiveness. I don't know.
Which one of the Silent Hills are there? 'Cause there are a couple that's gonna come out.
Well, this one is Silent Hill 2 remake.
Oh, the remake. Okay.
James?
Yeah.
Because we're getting the
Honey.
one based in Japan also at
Did
some
something
point.
happen to you
I'm
I don't know
excited.
about that one.
after we got separated in that long hallway? Are you confusing me with someone else?
Now, being a huge fan of the original,
You were always so forgetful.
obviously the graphics are
Remember
better.
that time in the hotel?
Yeah, no shit. That's kind of the point, right?
Taping again. Come on.
I think the guitarist, I think that's still Akira Yamaoka. I'm not sure.
What are people so mad about? Or the
My restless
They're
brain.
afraid that there's too much
You see
DEI
that
in this.
You promised you'd take me there again someday. But you never did.
The voice acting, the voice acting is a little bit
I'm
off
alone
compared to
now.
the original.
Oh
In our
yeah, yeah.
special place.
Just put the gun to their head.
You can't just kill someone because the way they looked at you.
The voice acting is not a top tier, but
Maybe I'm just wearing nostalgic glasses, but
Let go!
I'm sorry, Laura, but I can't let you just run around this place. You might get hurt.
Hurt by what?
no, it's kind of monotone. No passion in it.
Place is different
Yeah.
from what I
Action
remember.
in it.
it's like they're not being directed.
Yeah.
I don't think she's here anymore.
But man, it looks good though.
Might be best if you just get out of here. Yeah, you're right.
You
What
said
annoys
you
me
did
is we still haven't seen
everything.
Pyramid Head yet,
But you forgot
and that's
that
what everybody
really
wants to see is
thing.
Pyramid Head.
Yeah. He's a selling face.
He is.
Love Pyramid Head, and then
Aren't you
Everybody
worried?
likes Pyramid Head.
of course.
I'm not your Mary.
Even people who don't know Silent Hill know Pyramid Head.
Mm-hmm.
So you are Maria.
I am. If you want me to be.
How do you know about Mary?
You see it too? For me, it's always like this.
Yes, Ironhead it is.
Yeah. The agenda is, oof, cancer.
Doesn't matter who I am.
I don't know what I feel. The graphic
here
looks
for you,
graphics looks
James.
okay, but I don't know what I feel.
Yeah, it's kind of how I feel.
See?
I want to play it. The graphics really do look good,
I'm real.
but I want that original Silent Hill 2 experience again, and I don't think I'm going to get it out of this.
Oh, I don't think so.
I think you can only get that the first time you play it.
Yeah, that's mostly how it works. I'm not gonna buy the remake, but
I'll buy the remake. I want to support this, and maybe tell Konami it's like, hey, you're kind of working in the right direction here. Keep doing stuff like this, but maybe eventually, maybe they'll eventually get around to, hitting that little. Castlevania. We have Castlevania as a property. We should do that because I would like to see Castlevania done again.
I'm such a picky gamer, so it's hard for me to buy newer games. I'm so picky.
Well, here's one I have not seen the trailer for, and you probably won't buy, and I probably won't buy it, and Caster will probably not buy it. But in all fairness, I wanted to show it. The movie has been panned horribly, and right there, hot on the heels of the terrible film, we actually have the announcement of a brand new Borderlands game.
Really? No, I'm gonna buy the older games. That I am actually. So
I heard 3 wasn't very good, but
I've heard it's 50-50. 50-50 on a fandom on that one. Some people like it, some people don't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's how we geeks are.
Yeah. But apparently we're getting a 4. This is our first look at it. Which apparently has no gameplay footage, it's just trailer.
Yeah, I hate that, man. Please show game footage when you do trailers. Because I don't care much about the cinematic shit. I want the gameplay.
Yeah, that's the issue. The cinematic doesn't tell you anything about the gameplay.
That's what sells you. The gamer.
Yeah, this is just basically a hype building mechanic.
But just a little cinematic teaser.
Yeah, it's just a teaser. We don't really know much about it. Now, something we did get a little bit more of that we do like. We're going to end the show kind of on these. But yes, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves has announced probably one of the most popular Fatal Fury characters. Shiranui Mai.
Want a little taste of Shiranui fire?
Game is pissed.
You ready? Feel the flames. Let us prepare. Feel the flames of the Shiranui.
I'm so glad they preserved the old costume. I don't think they could have improved on that.
Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves.
So it's why it's why I'd play her.
Okay.
Yeah, same, Dennis. Hit me up on Twitter, man. And we got one more to go. This is right around the corner because this is coming in September.
This is gonna be fun. I'm still on a journey. Come get some. Traveling to new places, experiencing new things, meeting new faces, having good fights. Fight, drink, eat, sleep, repeat. Seriously, it's a good life. I'll pick up the check.
Pow Pow Cafe 6. Nice. Oh, there's Joe Higashi in the background. And Andy.
Down for one more. Time for a beatdown. Now, where to tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get the guy. And look, Mai is coming in winter. So you'll be able to get Mai with her nice original outfit as well. But yeah, I'm not surprised, Dennis. Yeah, Terry beat Ken in their death battle. Yeah, Terry is a much better fleshed out character than Ken. If you haven't seen the Fatal Fury anime, man, it was good. The OVA series was really, really good. Matter of fact, it was so good I bought it twice because I had it on VHS and I literally made the pilgrimage to buy it on DVD, and I may end up just buying it on Blu-ray because I like it that much. It's that good.
Because why not?
Well, because it's, you know, if it's worth it, it's worth it. And to me, it feels like it's worth it. But,
that's like me with mostly Devil May Cry. You know, I want to buy it everywhere I can.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So there we go, guys. We started off with a little bit of negativity, but I think we ended up with plenty of positive there. I mean, there's lots of good stuff to look forward to. You know, lots of games, both, you know, paper and pencil and arcade-wise.
I'm just waiting for October, man, for the game I want.
Oh, yeah, you know...
Life is Strange, and your Life is Strange. My girl Max is back, so...
you like that one? I didn't know that.
Dude,
yeah.
I love Life is Strange, bro. And not the third one. That can go a certain place. I try not to swear too much on your channel.
Right, thank you.
Rules. Because I effing hate the third game. It's so terrible and stupid. The second game, it's okay. It's not the worst. It's okay. But the first one and the prequel, fantastic. Fantastic games. And finally, Max is back. Finally, we get a real sequel, something we have been asking for so many years, to finally get a real sequel with her. And we finally do. And the trailer made me interested in the story, at least. And we know exactly how the gameplay is going to be, really much similar with some differences here and there. Sure. So that's the game I'm mostly hyped for this year. Every other game I don't care too much about that much yet, but that one I am heavily excited for.
Yeah, well, you know, they technically they call October Broketober, so that's when we spend all of our money. But anyway, our hour is up.
A month. It's my birthday month, so it's gonna be a good birthday present. So
there you go, man. Well, happy birthday, and when we get around there, I'm sure we'll have plenty of new stuff to show you then. But for now, it's time for us to close the show.
Give me a Rebel Moon game.
Hey, well, you know,
I'm happy.
I did hear that the feature-length movie was better than the 2 series. So
yeah, it's my favorite movie. It's better than Star Wars. It's better than 90% of that other stuff. Love those movies. The director's cuts are some of my favorite movies of all time. 10 out of 10. Both.
Okay. Well, there you go. All right. Well, join us on Saturday when we have the Week in Geek, when we have the whole gang here, and hopefully we'll have something interesting to talk about at that point too, because you never know what's going to happen between now and then during the week. But we'll try to catch you up on it, and if there isn't anything interesting, we'll make something interesting, because that's what we do. But till then, y'all take care out there in YouTube land, and we will see you